Hey,
What's up?
how are you?
I'm good, bro. Good morning.
It's afternoon actually. I don't know where you are, but it's certainly not morning here.
It's good
Where where
morning to everyone.
where are you right now?
I am in San Diego, California.
So are you living there right now?
Yeah, my lady and I recently moved out here to a new venture, a new chapter in life. So in San Diego, California. Haven't posted anything about it, just low key, just for me.
Where
And
where are you in San Diego, or is that too personal of a question?
I'm super central. I'm no more than 5 minutes from Linda Vista Skate Park and like 10 minutes from Claremont, 10 minutes from everywhere. So
How
not
long
far
are you?
from.
Is this a temporary move, or is this just trying it out, or what do you
Uh,
think?
I don't know. I mean, I like it. This is a
Yeah,
place I've been trying to move to. I would say my whole life. It's only
you've talked
five,
about it
six.
for a long time.
I would say yeah, exactly. So it's only 5 or 6 hours from Tucson. You know how close it is. So coming here my whole life, having family here, visiting. Some of my first contests were in San Diego. We're at Claremont Skate Park. The whole scene, the whole vibe. Every rider I look up to lives here, and so everyone that rides BMX is in SoCal. So everyone
So you,
that I would say not everyone, but um, yeah, all the people I compete with are out here, and everyone that I want to ride with and get motivated with is out here. So it's cool,
so
just
you
closer
moved
to
there,
everything.
and then everything shut down as soon as you moved.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
How's that going? Are you going crazy?
No, no. I mean, we've had lots of rain in San Diego lately, so I would say it's like any other. If any other rainy day, it rains, you just stay inside. So not really missing out much. Obviously, I'm not the only one dealing with this. We all are. So I would say maintain the positivity, maintain the stoke, stay busy, stay creative. Obviously, I'm not by myself. I'm with my wife, which is pretty crazy. So um, learning to cook, learning to do a lot of stuff. Obviously, from the negatives, you take the positive. I think this time I moved in and then I was gonna be like contest right
Yeah.
after another. So I was trying to rush everything and now that we have this obviously open window of no events, oh, and sadly, but like I said, you take the positive from the negative, and I've been able to move in and really cherish, like really soak it in, so it's pretty cool. I would say a little time off to focus on the move and to not rush anything and to get furniture and stuff that I've never had in my life
Are
with
you able
time.
to? Have you been riding? I see the parking garage sessions. Is that about it, or are you getting out and riding in
Yeah,
the city? Or
yeah. I think after the Dallas Arlington stop, I did like a front flip and I fell on my butt. And I had like some rib pain, so I didn't really get to enjoy like the few days I was home before skate parks started getting closed. So I didn't really get to ride. I got to ride Dennis Henderson's backyard a few times, which will be out sometime soon. His video project he filmed for his ramp, which is pretty incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
it's been coming out this week every week for the past 2 months. So that's how Dennis does things. We'll see it one
Yeah,
day.
it's a secret. It's
Well, let's start this over. So what's
No,
going
I'm
on?
kidding. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't really get to play at too many skate parks. I got to ride Linda Vista once, and obviously I was like a little injured. And then I went to a few C1s down in Guadalajara the first week and the second week of March. And so back-to-back contest. And then obviously now everything's getting close. So I haven't really been able to ride anything locally. Haven't been able to run into any of my friends down here just yet. But like I said, positives from the negative, finding something from nothing, and the parking garage was another option because it was raining. I think that day it had been raining for the last 4 days, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go crazy if I don't go out and pedal. So
I saw
obviously
you got a
outdoor
new.
wasn't an option.
Saw you got a new camera and stuff too. Is that a sign of things to come? More
Uh,
content by you.
not the camera. It was more. I got the lens, which is the
Oh, you
one of the
already had the
lenses.
lens.
Yeah, I had the camera already, so but I had a little pancake, little 40 mil. Just
That's
wanted to
cool.
get something different and obviously, lenses aren't cheap, and it's hard to pick which ones nowadays,
Neither
especially.
are Range Rovers, Kevin.
Oh, you would know. Um, no, it's cool. Yeah, something I've always liked. I wouldn't say incredible at shooting photos, or I'm an amateur, but it's super fun.
Yeah.
love shooting photos during my travel, during my off time. Getting creative, obviously, and obviously a big fan of social media, a big fan of creating good content, fun content. I'm not very good at the face-to-face interviews, but it's cool. Yeah, something I'm looking forward to. I just ordered a flash, but obviously everyone's at home, everyone's ordering online,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Get that
and
a
so
2 week delivery.
who knows when it's gonna show up. So, but
One thing
obviously,
I was thinking about, kind of changing gears, in regards to the crazy contest schedule and things getting canceled, was you were kind of dealt a weird set of cards when it came to competing in the Olympics. You clearly had the results and you clearly had the skills to do it, but when all this happened, based on you choosing the country you're going to represent and whatnot, you got kind of thrown a curveball to where you weren't really in there. But then I see you competing in Guadalajara and gaining more and more points, and now we might have a few more events that qualify for the Olympics. Is that something that you are kind of keeping your finger on the pulse of?
yeah, of course. I mean, to many of us and to a lot of us in BMX, it was never, I would say, a goal in life to make it to the Olympics.
Well,
And
it
I
didn't
think
exist.
it didn't, yeah, exactly. So it was never a goal to any of us, or even a dream to potentially be an Olympic athlete, you know. And obviously, I love BMX and always enjoy what I do. And I thought like this route was fun, you know, and capable of giving more than 100% of my effort and what I want to do towards that path, you know. And I said, why not? And obviously, you know, the events are stacked of incredible riders. You know, you really have to be on it, really have to be disciplined. Obviously, you have to polish your diamond to be the best. You know, you can't just show up and expect to beat the best riders in the world. You really have to prepare months before. But going back to the question, I mean, yeah, it's a thing I definitely want to keep pushing forward. Obviously, now with like the whole delay of the Olympic Games, you know, we do have this bigger window. Obviously, there was a talk about like the points qualifications getting, I think finishing the 3rd of March or something like that, which was obviously two months prior to the actual deadline. So, and then a few events got postponed, like FIS Hiroshima got postponed, and then that was a big points. That was a big like bucket of points that we were
Both
all
both feast
going.
events got postponed because there
Yeah,
was
so there was
the
a China one as
Yang
well.
China. Yeah,
And so two big World Cup events that got postponed that were potentially buckets of points for a lot of us.
could have changed
And
the game.
it could have changed the game for a lot of guys, you know, and I think maybe the top 6 or top 7 guys were already guaranteed their spot,
Yep.
but there's still those 2 open spots, you know. So hopefully, you know, things get back to normal. They just reschedule the events, open up the qualification systems, and give those 2 spots another opportunity. I don't know. It's
I
crazy.
think I think the plan is to reschedule everything. FIS and the UCI said they're not canceling; they said they're postponing. So if those events happen and they count, that can change a lot. If there's 2 more World Cups, that can change a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
You know,
for sure, for sure. I mean, from the guys that are already in to the guys that are this far from making it in, you know. So the list of riders, like I said, is full of incredible riders, and
yep.
there's still another 8 dudes outside of the bubble spot trying to make it in, you know, that could potentially make it in. So no, it's crazy. I think yeah, looking forward to it, looking forward to things being normal again. Getting to see my friends. I think this last weekend was real big for BMX. We had Swamp Fest, you know, that got postponed. FIS
Yep.
Hiroshima, and then there was a Monster Toyota Triple Challenge in Denver, you know. So it was a busy and important weekend for BMX. But yeah, it is what it is, you know. I think things
Hopefully
will
these
fall
things
into
get
place.
rescheduled, not on the same date, so we can go to
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
them.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What else? What's up with you? What are you?
We got a few questions from some followers here for you.
I got some questions from yesterday as well.
Oh,
So.
really? Let me run through a couple of these first, and then we can hop on a couple
Hola,
of
I
others.
can say hi to all my Spanish speaking friends. Hola a todos mis amigos.
Hola,
Eh,
amigos.
hola.
That's me trying my best. Um,
I got
at,
some facial hair growing. Been
yeah,
indoors.
I mean, you can't go to the store to get a razor. You might get a virus. It's a dangerous time. We got at Lee Ramsdell wants to know
Oh my
what was it like
God.
riding the Mongoose Complete bike? Are you going to put 4-piece bars on soon? Ha ha.
The Mongoose Complete bike, the Legion L80, I think, or L500, I think I rode. Color was super cool. I hadn't ridden pegless or a cassette in so long, so when I jumped on that bike, it was super fun, super different, and obviously, we're athletes trying to train, trying to try out bikes, and make sure the market's set right. And L80 was, super solid. It's one of those things you never know what to expect with bikes in general. But obviously it felt better than mine. My bike had been going through hell for the last 6 months. Bars were bent a little bit. You know when you ride your bike for so long and you just get used to whatever's messed up on
Yep.
it. Front wheels like this, back wheels the
Bent
same
cranks or
way.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, bent cranks, bent pedals. Super. And then I rode that, and then I didn't want to ride my bike for the rest of the day. Contemplated about throwing on a cassette again, and then four-piece bars. Obviously, they look super cool. Um, I'm more of a visual. I think that bike had a top load stem as well,
I believe
and
so.
I run a front load. So on the visual side for me, like obviously it looked and felt crazy, but yeah, I mean, solid bike, solid components for kids that are getting started. I think you don't need the best bike. I didn't start with the best bike. I started with a complete bike just like that when I was a kid. So yeah, any kids that are recommending, or helping each other get a bike, I think obviously a Mongoose has been around for so long, supporting the BMX scene, and yeah, obviously you can add on from there, put new bars onto everything else will fall into its place.
I mean,
That's what I did.
that was proof watching what you did on that bike that it's plenty good for whatever you want to do to it. So
Oh yeah, of
you did
course.
real stuff on it. So that was
Of course, yeah,
that was
like jumping stair sets, jumping over fences,
yeah.
gaps and stuff, it's like, yeah, for sure.
We got one from at Dak Brat here. When going through a difficult time, what do you tell yourself?
Keep going. Keep going. You don't want to be stuck in those difficult times. Obviously, you choose your path. Dakota Brat, big hugs, much love, bro. Dakota's actually from Tucson. He lives in Southern California somewhere, I think, in near LA now. But
He's a hell of a bike rider.
hell of a bike rider. Does incredible stuff. I don't know if you've seen him online, but he'll blow up like with
Yep.
clips. Super underrated, super cool, super quiet, super calm. Much love, like I said. Going through difficult times. We all do. I'm happy. I'm happy all the time. But there's times where obviously, you have your mental struggles and whether it's financial or family or whatever it may be, I think keep going, be the better person, stay positive, remember all the things you have around you and the people that are around you. I think obviously friends, that are super close to you, that are they're at your they're there at your worst times are the ones that are truly real friends, and yeah, it's crazy. I think keep going, bro. Keep going. Things will fall into its place. Have faith in yourself and the people around you, and yeah, don't be selfish. Don't be arrogant. I think not only to Dakota, but every kid that's out
Yeah.
there. I think um, appreciate the little things in life, like a roof over your head, like running water. I think we do take those things for granted now that we're stuck in isolation in our own little bubble of our homes. We get to appreciate those little things where a lot of people are stuck in different situations, where we do take things for granted and maybe our problems aren't real problems, So continue, bro. Keep going, keep pushing. I think life's about helping each other. I'm here to help you, bro. And everyone out there that needs some smiles and love.
No, that's
We're all
good.
here, man. BMX is an incredible community. You don't have to speak the same language to vibe with someone. You don't have to be the best rider in the world. You can be a beginner. I think from that, you can take a lot from that. You give a kid a smile from teaching him how to go up the ramp or dropping in for the first time or having a session with, an old school rider that's been riding for 20, 30 years, 40 years, whatever it may be, and I think it's a big community. We're a big family. We have to support each other, support the scene, support the companies that support the sport, and keep going together, man. This is we're all in this together. Exactly.
Okay, changing gears. Rubio Rides BMX wants to know which brother did you fight with the most growing up?
Um, yeah, crazy. David and I are pretty close to age. I think we had obviously a few fights as brothers, and we learned from that, even if it was just fun fights at a city in a different part of the world, just for fun, or arguing about uh whatever it might be, stealing probably breaking his Legos growing up in life. David was really into building Legos, man. It was crazy. So I'd come over and just wait until it finished, and I'd just go, bah, and destroy it all.
That's
I
not
was
very
an
cool.
asshole. I Oh, it was fun though. But much love though. David and I, obviously, older brother now. I look up to David. We look up to each other and help each other grow in this life. I think it's cool.
Great
Um,
guy. Really great guy.
I think now it's Victor and Eddie are on the same boat. Hi, David. Victor, Eddie are on the same page. They're only 2 years of
Yeah.
age, and they're best friends, but they hate each other sometimes. And obviously they were rooming together for the longest time, and yeah, it's crazy. Now,
Dude, how about Eddie's clip in that cult video? That was awesome.
oh, so good, bro.
Dude, he's riding so good.
So good. It's crazy, man. Like to a family that rides, my dad, obviously to the people that know or don't know, my father grew up riding, older brother David and I started racing. Victor and Eddie never got into racing, and if they did, it was just for a little window. But damn, man, it's so sick to see the progression of each and every one of my brothers. They all have a different style, different way of riding, different way of thinking. Seeing Eddie do, obviously X up ride, crane flip combos, I can't do it. It's crazy, man. So it's super, super fun to watch him and learn from that and take a different route in BMX, and I think that's the craziest part about our sport where there's no right or wrong way to do it. And I think being goofy, he's figured out to do things both ways. And I don't know. It's crazy. I think it's super cool to see that he's so young, so he's got a big future. Loves riding BMX, loves hanging out with other people that ride. So just I think it's
Good,
a way of life
good
for us.
creative mind for whatever he does.
Yeah, yeah, whatever he
He's
does,
outside the
and
box.
they've been filming. He started his own little clothing brand, Struggle, and they got their whole little like crew of homies, and it's something I grew up with, like that vibe, where you saw like the market crew, deadline crew, the trip, all these brands, like Dub BMX, and it's like they're not really brands, they're just group of homies that started something together just to be affiliated together, and this is what they're taking upon, and it's super cool. They're working on a video project with all their little homies. They're skating with friends as well, and they're putting all these two sports together, and I think we
Yeah.
need that nowadays,
Yep.
we're a big union of action sports in general, so it's cool.
Aaron
They're doing their
Aaron
own thing.
underscore Aaron underscore rides wants to know which BMX rider you looked up to as a kid.
Manny, man. Uh, Growing up, I think I wanted to be Garrett Reynolds so bad, and obviously, I think to my age group and generation, there's obviously riders that I looked up to, prior to Garrett, obviously Dave Mira, Nyquist, Bowen, Gutler. There's like all these riders that were like at their peak when I was just getting started, and crazy. Yeah, Gary Young, man, Harrington, uh, Danny Hickerson, these are guys that were doing different things. Obviously there's so many riders that growing up, I looked up to. Mark Webb was one of the biggest influences. I wanted to be Webby so bad, whip to foot jam, decade of foot jam, everything, three down whips I learned because of Webby, every foot jam variation to a point where like I would mimic to how they would dress, like, and obviously, you're a kid, you're looking up to someone, and now I get to see that reflection through all these kids that I get to inspire, and I get it now, it's sick.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I even painted. I remember I couldn't get like a total seat before I even rode for Total back when I was younger. I couldn't get a total seat, so I bought like an all white leather seat and I painted the the British flag on it because I wanted a total seat so bad, and yeah,
Got
I
a
just think
Mexican kid living in America painting a British flag on his seat.
I know it's just crazy, the level of inspiration you get from riders, and I think that's what I'm going back to how incredible
Yeah,
BMX is, and you can look up to older guys, Eddie Fiola, one of the
yeah.
pioneers, like my dad absolutely admires Eddie Fiola, and now they get along super well, and I don't know, and like who else can I who else can I
No,
say, like
that
Van
was a
Homan,
solid that,
yeah,
that was a solid list. Yeah.
obviously
Um,
like Ryder's favorite rider, Van Homan, crazy, Aitken, the list goes on. I looked up. I'm a big BMX nerd. I was in I was on Vital and ride BMX every single day at school, getting in trouble. Obviously, watching BMX videos, looking up to dudes I'd never met before, and obviously studying the sport, studying the culture, magazines, obviously going through all the Ride BMX and BMX Plus, all the racing magazines as well. I raced for almost 10 years, so racing was also a big part of my life with people I looked up to. Corbin Shirai from Tucson, Arizona, super
Yeah,
incredible rider.
it's one of the best.
Just yeah, dudes like that. Where it's like, I think even now too, if I look back, like how much my riding's changed in life, I can see like the difference of inspirations I took from ages, and now it's like road bikes, mountain bikes, all of this, and I'm falling into the cycling world and not just BMX. So take inspiration from a little bit of everything.
Yeah. We
Be the
got
best at everything.
I am Marcus V wants to know what trick took you the longest to learn.
I don't even know. Probably knows 360s. It's not easy, but once you get it figured out, it's every go. Obviously, it's a trick that takes time, patience. I never grew up riding flatland, but riding stuff on flat was always fun for me to do. I mean, I think video part clips are the ones that take the longest. You're trying something you've never done before. I would say I had a monster video that came out a few years ago, and it was like flare to fakie half cab decade. It was like in at Premises Skate Park, flare fakie half cab decade. I think I did it at a cement park 2 days in a row, probably 300 plus tries. Could probably did 2 decades, blew my feet off. Gave up like mentally, physically, super worn out, and then went to Premises, did it 2 days in a row, same thing, 200 plus clips trying. And it's one of those things where it's like you feel like giving up, and then you get it done, figure it out, and then you have like complete joy, explosion of joy for 2 3 minutes, and then you want to do more,
On to
and
the
I
next.
think onto the next thing. And I think if you take that mentality towards everyday life things, you'll be all right. So people that ride BMX are lucky. People that know about BMX know the process, know the time, patience, and obviously things aren't overnight, but it's not impossible either. So
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
We're going to go for about 5 more minutes here, Kevin. So if you have a few questions on your end you want to get to, I know you said you had a few people ask you.
Yeah, for sure. I talk way too much. Sorry.
No, it's good. You have good stuff to say, usually. Sometimes it's kind
Uh,
of, eh.
People in Spanish, they ask me, ¿Qué haces con tantos tenis? Regálame unos. What do you do with all your shoes? Give me some. Obviously, I have brothers. We all try to hook each other up. I do. Also, I fill up a box of all the shoes that are super worn out and beat up that hurt, to wear after a while. And I give them to my friends that ride, people that don't get to have new shoes, and obviously always try to give shoes away to my friends. I never do anything but give them, to get us to give is a thing I'd take in life. Um, Let me see what else I got. Uh, why'd you move from Arizona? Which is a question we can go back to. I think spreading your wings and growing is a good thing in life. I lived at home. I was still living with at my parents, and so
Is
getting
this your
married
first
at the
time?
end,
First time having your own place? That's
yeah,
wild.
crazy. And so, I always wanted to move out, but it was like unnecessary because we do so much traveling throughout the year.
Yep.
Um, Obviously, I'm gonna get married at the end of this year,
Yep.
and so I started this plan of moving out, getting my own place, and what's better way than to start moving to one of the dream cities that I've been trying to move to my whole life. I think Arizona is always going to be my home, but I think it was time to move away, try something new. Obviously, new scene, new friends, or more friends, or friends I don't really get to see or hang out outside of just BMX. So outside of contest, better said. But obviously, I love Arizona. I love home, and I mean,
Not
I'll be
going
going back
anywhere.
and forth. It's super quick. Yeah, it's super easy. I was doing 5 hour drives anyway. So stuff about my bike. Currently running a prototype. So I'm running
Woo!
gonna be riding a prototype frame for a minute. Mongoose signature La Familia version 2. Mongoose gave me the opportunity a few years ago to have a limited run of American made Mongoose Pro frames. Obviously, Mongoose really pushes complete bikes and stuff to beginners and kids that are just getting started in the sport. And obviously, they have their high end versions of complete bikes. But they never had a pro frame, not for a long time, not since Dennis McCoy. And that's I'm talking 80s, 90s. So
Way before my time and your time, yeah.
way before our time. Yeah, so I think they gave me the opportunity. And super blessed, super thankful. I really, really can't believe it. Um, yeah, we're working on a version 2 of my frame. We're gonna do a bigger batch of the frames, get them sold worldwide. I think the hardest part was they were American made. They were more expensive, obviously shipping and
So
taxes,
the new ones
country
will be
tax,
made. New ones will be made in
and
Taiwan.
yeah, in Asia they'll be made in Asia,
So
and then
so they can ship straight from Asia to the other countries. So that'll
exactly,
should make it easier to
exactly.
get them
So
worldwide. That's cool.
and then yeah, mangas will be selling through the website. We'll be able to sell that worldwide. A lot of big distributors in
So
Japan, South Africa, Europe, etc. So
right, riders in Mexico will have an easy time getting them. I know they
riders
have
in
a
Mexico will get an
big following in
easy
Mexico,
time getting the
especially.
frame exactly. Um, my wife and I worked on the decals for a while, so I'm super hyped. Arizona theme, you know what I mean? So um, we're trying to get something cool out there again, and get kids hyped on just getting another frame. And obviously, you buy the frame that of the rider you look up to. So I appreciate everyone that supported the first batch of frames and people that did buy them, and obviously not everyone got to get one. And the idea is to try and push that out and get more out there, and push that side of line. Everything I run as well on my bike is demolition. I have signature bar, signature stem, signature seat. Currently working on some other parts with them. I was a big fan of demolition before I started riding for them because of the team, because of the whole image, everything. Obviously, they've been a pioneers of BMX for the longest. Obviously, every company in BMX, is super grown, super known. Demolition was one of those companies that for me was like so sick growing up. To the turquoise little bomb logos, to the wheels, and to the and it's just like that. Stickers all over my helmet. And now it's just pretty crazy to have signature parts and product with them. So, real thankful as well with the support they've given me. What else? What other questions I can go to? Someone asked me what free coaster I'm running. I'm running the Rotator, Demolition Rotator V2, the new one. It's got some blood drip on it. It's pretty sick.
Ooh.
Let me see. My favorite trick, can-cans. Love a can-can. Topside, 360, tire grab, whatever it
The
may be,
was it
to
the
foot down.
three down whip catch can is the winner. That's the winner.
Three down whip to late can.
Yeah,
Damn,
that's the
that was like an explosion of joy. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Obviously something I've never done. I'd never tried it before. It's not a trick you really learn.
you do can XFs.
Um, I've done them before, but it was one of those things where it like knocked the knee off, kicked it up, and flew
You
off
made
the
it.
bike.
I
Too
think
much juice, I think.
Tom Vandenbogard posted a 360 one the other day, and it looked really good. You don't see those that
Oh,
often.
he's sick, man.
Aiken would
So
do so
sick.
good. Yeah,
Aiken, I know Hucker does them too. There's a few dudes that do them, and Vert Riders obviously do them.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
almost candy bar. It's crazy. Best trick.
yeah, yeah.
And what's something that I miss from my childhood? Um, I don't know. I think
There was no coronavirus.
yeah, my childhood. I think I grew up in Tucson, Arizona, and there wasn't skate parks at the time when I was riding, so we would have to do the commute going to Chandler. I
Yeah,
think
it's a pretty long commute, man. I don't think people realize it's
pretty
like two
crazy.
hours, right?
Oh yeah, 2 hours to. I mean, worth it though.
Oh, totally.
Best cement skate park in the world. Bikes only. It's one. You don't see that nowadays where a security guard comes and kicks out some skateboarders. It's crazy. So
Yeah, that's not good though. We should
uh,
all be together.
no, yeah. I mean, but how many times have you gone to a skate
Oh
park and gotten kicked out? So,
no, for sure. It's got to be one way or
but
another. Kick them out, but I'd prefer it be
yeah.
everybody.
I think a few things I miss from my childhood was doing my dad. My mom and dad. They had a big Honda minivan. We had it added an extension to our bike rack, and we'd tie 4 bikes on the roof, 5 bikes on the bike rack, and we'd fill the minivan up with my friends, and we'd drive to Chandler Skate Park, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We'd go and get like a quick lunch at the gas station, and come and ride the skate park for the rest of the day. And it was 100 degrees outside, but
Yep.
we didn't even care. But I
And they
think
have
I
the
miss
thermometer that tells you too.
yeah, the thermometer tells you it's 9:10 p.m. Um, oh, those are things I miss, going to Chandler Skate Park with my brothers and my friends that I grew up riding with, and just the vibe in general of riding with the people you grew up riding with. I think is the best, And obviously, we all have our own lives. We all grew up. We're all working. We're all going to school. We're all traveling, doing our own thing, And I think you get to see them less, So appreciate the time you do get to
Yeah.
see your friends. I think that's something I can cherish. Saludos a Colombia, Chile, Costa Rica. What else? I'll be going down to Mexico a lot this year. Hopefully,
Good.
everything after everything gets figured figured out. Trying to do a lot more jams events. With Vans Mexico, with just my friends in general, just to push BMX more down there and bring something, take product, give stuff away, get kids hyped on riding. I think the scene is so big. I think a lot of people forget that South America is full of incredible riders in the scene
Oh,
and
the
how
passion,
big the
man. The
scene
passion in
and the
Mexico and South
passion,
America
and
is huge.
to the tattoos that people get
Yeah.
for BMX tattoos. I think you did the article on BMX tattoos a few years ago. It
Yeah.
was super cool.
Yeah. That was in I
I
think
mean,
Peru. I was in Peru.
Peru,
Yeah. It
Peru. Yeah, like
was awesome. Peru was awesome.
it's inspiring, man. It really is. I really hope I go down to Chile, Santiago, Chile, and hang out with all my BMX brothers down there. Um, Anywhere, man, anywhere in South America. Trying to do
Most
a bunch
passionate
of
BMX
stuff.
riders in the world,
Exactly.
for sure.
What else? Oh no,
Kevin,
obviously looking
I think we're
forward to.
good. We're getting short on time here. I think we got through a lot of this. I think it was great to catch up. Any final thoughts here?
Um, Thanks, man. Good talking to you. Let's go shoot some photos,
Let's
get
go.
some content when things get back to normal. And
Stay 6 feet apart.
I think this is cool. Yeah, I think we can 6 feet apart only, and I think we should obviously, everyone we can talk about the whole epidemic. Everyone's going through it. I think remember to appreciate the little things, the friends around you. Take this time to focus on your health, your mental health, your physical health, your family, your friends, and catch up on all the things you said you were going to do tomorrow. Get them done. I think this
Yeah.
is our window right now to really change something, change the world. Obviously, hygienic, to what we eat, to how we take care of our bodies, to how we take care of the world, to what we dispose, trash. I've been, recycling and obviously trying to use the less plastic, the better. Obviously, I'm not gonna
You
preach to you guys,
you were
but
always you were always the one dude that cleaned your phone.
all the time, and that's the
You were the
thing,
first
you're
one to do it. So full credit. Full
sure.
credit.
Yeah. I think,
All
yeah,
right,
you
man.
put it on your face, bro. But yeah,
No,
yeah,
you're
we'll
right.
we'll
You're
talk
right.
some other time. And
Definitely.
thanks to everyone that tuned in. Thanks for all the comments. I'll try to get back to all you guys personally, or we'll try to do another one of these another time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, bud.
cool. You
All
have a
right.
good one.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.